Hi folks, welcome again to the Thrones World Cup. So the semi-final stage is coming towards the end now. We have a few more games, I think only one more game in the Norway-China pairing, but Catalonia and USA have a few more. It's tied at 2-2 and one played now. The deciding three played tomorrow. So the one we'll be watching is between Lannister and Alex Black. So Lannister playing Tyrell and Alex playing Targaryen. Now it's supposed to have started. If it hasn't started yet, then we can have a look at the decks. Starting now, okay. But I'll show you the decks quickly anyway. So the Sea of Blood, the Traki aggro deck, basically no huge surprises here. So which Drogo is the question? The core one for 2 military challenges. Of course, the new Daenerys is in here for some more power gain. Aegon is the restricted card. What burn is there? 2 consuming flames. The rest are more usual Dothraki events. 2 Shadow of the East, which could make some difference in some situations. And importantly, in the plots, there is no Mad King's Command. So it can be really good against Shadows, not always, but it's the one answer to this Shadows style that plays without a board that you can't really aggro. And this one has the Mother, so we'll be trying to draw some cards. Of course, it's much higher econ. First Snow is not supposed to work that well against the Shadows deck. Then we have also two claim plots in here. And Harris has the reset. And Catalonia opens at the gate, so doesn't fight for initiative. Has Morgulis and Harris, which are not the best against the Thrakis who don't like to stay on the board that much, but it is march to the wall, so can't just be jumping everything in and out and leaving Khal Drogo alone or something like that. There's some econ, there's close call if stuff dies, and also First Snow here. So 4 attachments that can get discarded by that Shadow of the East, so can't milk Drogo and expect that to stick if there's a Guardian Shadows. But there's also a lot of econ, a lot of draw with Undercity and Hightower. There's Starry Sept in there, Nightmares also. So the characters, of course, slightly weaker here in terms of strength. There's Shrewd Diplomats to remove characters. Sparrows is here, and Night of Flowers is the one that really needs to stay in play and get some renown on him. There's also Queen of Thorns here 2 times, and 3 copies of Varys, so he can just be put into Shadows with the agenda and discard everything. But as you said, it's not the kind of matchup where this is super useful, because at the end of challenges usually characters go back to hand anyway. So yeah, are we starting properly? We are. Perfect. I feel like Catalonia really needs this one, because they have a couple of bad ones still, and if they lose this one, they could be out here, and then we're potentially in for a disastrous Norway against USA final instead of the China Catalonia one we wanted. Joking, of course. I think any final could be pretty good here. 2 cards in play, 1 in Shadows. Hopefully at least one of those is the Arbor or Red Wine Straits. Well, Hightower and Red Wine Straits is close enough, I think. And yeah, the expected Maiden at the gates opening. And happy to give some gold away here. Ooh, and immediately just using this. This is just blind, right? Duped Arbor. I don't think there's any threat to remove locations, so I don't know why they dupe them so aggressively always. Would be better to keep it as claim soak, but look at all the econ. +7 econ every turn from now on, plus high towers in play. So, but we'll be playing without a board for the most part, and just marshalling Friedman. Yeah, intrigue challenge is as good as any here. Last piece that Lannister could do with possibly here is actually Old Town Undercity to also get draw. Most of these go for first now, but maybe I actually want to Morgulis first, kill them so that they don't go to hand. High Tower Spy will defend this, but the problem is actually that Sea of Blood will trigger. I won't be stopping that, I don't think. And that just drawing blood over my blood, drawing consuming flames, overwhelming numbers, quite useful. Milk discarded, and Recaro 2 or more attacking the truck is surprised he didn't go into that challenge, could have triggered, right? Shadow of the East is found, so the card in Shadows probably is not Shadow of the East, it's probably Pinch or Aegon. Otherwise you'd only really find that the second copy of that if that was the only event revealed in the top 10. Well, goes for Snow into the Mother, interesting. 6 reserves, so won't be a huge waste with these cards going. But yeah, I'd have considered just playing the Morgulis and not marshalling much, and then Mother fizzles. Doesn't have that Scheming Septon in rotation for the high tower to always trigger. Not that you would marshal it here, obviously, on the first Snow round. Maybe it's in Shadows. Now what can you marshal that survives for Snow? If there's nothing, then that's a giant waste of gold. Could get a Koto into play, it's a summer plot, could just marshal him without wasting any cards actually. Agus quite good on the summer plots. If you do Khal Drogo, then he would need to be duped really. Oof, okay. Doesn't have enough gold. Womb and the duped Joga. And the 3 gold for Aegon, right? 2 our reserve, and now if he draws, I don't think he will. I mean, there's how many? Okay, if the second character enters play, so yeah, actually it might. Ooh, and Womb misses. Not the best time to miss after he invested so much into getting into play. Now, does Scheming Septon do Intrigue? Could be burned here. It's not. And that's Scheming Septon right back into shadows, right? Knight of Flowers comes in. How's it going out again? Because it's he's not gonna win military on defense, is he? And all of this power could be lost if Aegon brings Raiding Kalasar and just a big power done. Well, he takes the dupe away, which now means that they're a little bit more resettable. But what are we doing with the march? Some teams claimed if it's one claim, if it's two claim, it's a disaster. And then we have Scheming Septum potentially also coming out. Quite aggressively doing these challenges here. But yeah, this was inevitable. It's bringing Raiding Kalasar. So and that's a good hit from Lannister's point of view. Yeah. The decisions, it's a little bit awkward. You really want to do power also, apart from military, but military seems like it should happen here with claim raise. He's doing it with 10, and it's 2 claim plus potentially Sea of Blood trigger, of course. Okay. That kills Knight of Flowers, right? Well, close calls in the deck. Now Scheming Septon with those little challenges is gonna struggle against Consuming Flames. 5-3 it is, but honestly Targaryen not doing too badly, will be chucking a lot of cards for reserve though. And also no really recon plots left, right? Maiden and Mother was it, I think. Could play Fury, put that Raiding Kalasar in, and it's difficult for Tyrell. I don't know, Lannister played this pretty aggressively to gain power. It's still only 5-3, and he got Knight of Flowers killed basically. And Scheming Septon has been pillaged, which also kind of sucks for him. Usually you see Shadow deck kind of stall and do not a lot, but then prevail in the late game with after maybe a Varys has gone through or something. Oof, okay. The Harris will get Aegon off the board, and Lannister didn't pull the Morghulis trigger here. So Knight of Flowers resurrected. Now there's only 6 gold to work with on the Dohaeris turn, but there is 2 blood tokens and 2 events that we know of. That helps. Five gold left, could turn into slightly more in theory. So wouldn't completely discount Varys coming in here. Yeah. Dupes are not bad. Well, marshalling the Khalasar. So there's the Harris in the other deck as well, if I remember correctly. But that's not bad, actually. 6 plus 4. Just uses a token before even trying Womb here. Now is the emissary going to try to do an intrigue? Yeah. Assuming Flames is in hand, it's just gonna be played, or is it? That hits Dany. She can get 2 power here for that affection if she wins. Well, if they win. Oh, Jogo's also revealed, yeah. Yeah, I have to put Jogo in. Dany would have been much better. comes the burn. Ooh, and hence judgment from shadows, so doesn't actually cost any gold. So if the last two cards in shadows are Queen's Retinue and Varys, it could still happen. And again we light the way. That's been happening a lot. How many of these can you play? Jesus. Two in the discard pile. She's played it about 4 times now. Hits are also, so that now there's actually not much in hand. So Shadow of the East was revealed earlier. That's but that was before a reserve check, so I don't even know if that's still in hand. The one copy might not be. Yeah. Although I think power first is not such a bad idea, because if Lannister wants to defend, then whatever comes out is exposed to military claim. Well, here comes the gold. Didn't need the gimmick with high tower actually. To claim.
There's one Shadow of the East in discard pile, by the way.
Yes, I saw.
That's what
I'm not sure if that's discarded for reserve or if that was if that entered the discard pile in another way. I don't remember. I think it was when he had 11 cards in hand and 6 reserve. He might have chucked that copy that he found with Sea of Blood. Here comes another Sea of Blood trigger. And an intrigue icon comes in. These Friedman triggers are quite valuable though. Sometimes you don't want it in play too early to get reset with everything else. "32 cards left in the deck for Lannister, so good chances that he's already found one Varys somehow. Blood of My Blood is the best event I think you can find. Always guarantees a character. Finds another Consuming Flames. And to claim military against a pretty empty board. Power's only going to be one claim. Ooh, but that's a great hit. Yeah, that needed to survive. I'm surprised it's not in shadows. Could have drawn it now with the Undercity, of course. That's the second Night of Flowers gone, and still one more ghoul is to be played, so I don't think we'll see much more of him in this game. Not the only source of power gain, but he is the main one. Now Shrewd Diplomat could be used from shadows. No. So Alex takes the lead, but of course. Jogo going back to hand's not bad actually. So I think now marched to the wall to have Jogo in the Consuming Flames. And on the other side we have mysteries all around. Double marched, okay, makes sense. I mean, if Lannister didn't play March now, it would be not the best thing, but it's kind of obvious. And gives Alex control of the initiative again to go second. What now? Bounty or that's light away again? Bounty, okay. This deck really has a lot of things going for it. Star Recept is important, but you have to win the challenges, and I think the burn stuff will be used on the power challenges now, if it can. 7 gold to work with. Plus events are basically free. So Jogo we know is there. But what else? No other character comes. I mean, okay, Blood of My Blood could be played. And Womb is there, so... Well, it was back in hand. For Womb. So, should have known it was there. But no other characters so far. Oof, and missing the Womb. Blessing in disguise that these 4 cards on top are going, because they would not have done a lot in the next... if they were top decked for the next couple of rounds. But still has a decent situation. But he's missed now twice, and one time got a dupe, I think. So what are we burning? Everything would be pretty nice. Friedman's back in the discard pile. So that is not the best against Friedman. Jogo does himself have a lot of strength, right? So he can win by 5. Attacking, but he would need to concede the power challenge and the Star Recept, I think. There's 2 Consuming Flames in the deck. They've both been used. So I don't think there's anything that kills Scheming Septon. I don't know, do you defend? Worst is trying to defend and actually losing on defense. If there's a guile or something. But yeah, I could just leave it, eat the Star Recept, then try with Jogo to win by 5. Star Recept will need to blank him to stop that. But then if Scheming Septon removes himself and you get some kind of Shrewd Diplomat, I mean, it's not great for Alex, I don't think. Lots of draw now also for Lannister here. Could have got better moves, could have found a Khal Drogo or a Raiding Kalasar. Okay, he's gonna try with the counter instead. It's costly though. And now that Star Recept can be used, by the way, for to cancel claim raise and stuff like that also, or to nullify it at some point. Blood of My Blood, good event to have, and we'll go back to hand the character to be replayed afterwards. So find a good one. I think Ago or Alcoholo is not it's not a good situation for him, so Everything's still alive. Ricardo's alive. Koto's alive. Yeah. Could even try to do a big military to get another Seal Blood trigger. It's another advanced traits. Well, this gives saved some dupes obligations for entry claim. This one, if you can stop, you might want to. And yeah. And if Sparrows wins on defense, actually, that's another Starry Sep trigger. But at least there's no Guile, so we'll be killed here. What else do we find? How about an unexpected return? Oof. It's not having the best game here, Alex.
Should we be smug and tell them that they should play Mad King's Command again?
It would help for sure, but I mean, he could be hitting some wombs and some Seal Blood triggers and getting some cards. Not this. This is pretty horrible. And Lannister shuffles his events. That makes sense. Okay, he has the Harris and Morgulis. And some mystery plot that I've forgotten about. And Alex has still his first snow there. Fury of the Kalasar is available. Vanquish. Vanquish is not good at this point, so. I mean, first snow also sucks. And Fury depends. I mean, you have quota, that's guaranteed. Not sure what else there is.
By the way, what would be the score after this game if Lannister wins?
3-2 for Catalonia. Oh, an econ blood he still has. Yeah, he's not interested in resetting. He wants to close. And now going second's not super fun, because you have to defend challenges, otherwise it's 15. But you don't really want to go first either, because stuff just stays in shadows, and then after you're done, Lannister will strike back. That's the problem of aggro into shadows. But you know, playing some kind of raiding Colossus, making it reclaim, maybe even some overwhelming numbers. It's a big swing. So going first and doing some kind of successful power challenge is not too bad. Although I think you use Starry Sep to put power on all those Kalasars. Costs you less if you reduce the claim, right? Assuming they also leave play at the end of the round. So the power you give away doesn't stay. I can't imagine some of those cards in Shadows and in hand are not some, shrewd diplomats and stuff that are going to make sure power succeeds. Danny marshaled now needs to hit a good womb, I think. And have, Koto comes in for Fury if there's nothing better. If Raiding Karlsar comes for Fury and Koto comes from his own ability, that's a lot of board. But not necessarily that much presence in the power challenge that would be guaranteed to just massively win this round. Kondari here to stay for the time being. I can't believe how many times he's played this. Must have been 5 or 6 times by now that he's played this. Okay, so what does Fury bring? If it's Koto, it's not the best news. Yeah, and it is Koto. Well, this time it's Koholo. Is very blankable if needed, but let's see how this develops actually well. Okay. We lied away. I thought Starry Set was
Every
being
time I
used.
look at the game, he's playing this event.
How is he playing this event always? It was just in hand. And there's still 2 in the discard pile. How are they 2 in the discard pile? Oh, he's shuffled back with Lazy Leo and he's just drawn them again. I just can't believe how many times he's played this. It's doing a bit of... it's a bit blind this, right? So... Old Town Undercity's checking and then it's just gonna see if there's anything that can be used with that. So is there more than one good option or no good option at all? Otherwise I think he would have resolved it by now. So top card goes to... Top card goes into Shadow and then... So We Light the Way was played from Shadows and now there's an Undercity trigger from that being played from Shadows. Oof. Okay. Whatever. This is 2 claims, so either you defend or Scheming Septon has to go if there's a Shrewd Diplomat. Okay, Koholo's blanked. Still to claim though. Oh yeah, of course, he has to blank him first, otherwise he just adds himself. So that fizzles, which means there won't be gold to find and play an unexpected return now. Nor raise the claim on the
Does he
power
have multiple
challenge.
unexpected return in the deck?
No, but I think it's still available, right? Yeah.
I mean, he revealed it with Boom, so...
Yeah. So it was shuffled back in the deck and it's there for Seal Blood to find.
Oh, okay, so that was hypothetical. I thought that
Yeah, yeah.
he had it in hand for sure.
I mean, it still has mystery cards, so it's not... okay, spending something here. Another Blood of My Blood or something. But that costs him both tokens. Which means he can do overwhelming numbers. I was thinking that was maybe Some big power swing. If he raised the claim. What's coming, if anything? Oh, we're still in the challenge. Okay. Nothing's coming. Power down first. Are we gonna see overwhelming numbers? There is, yeah, 2 Colossars. Good job, Danny's milked. Surely not another hand's judgment.
If you put 2 Kalasars in, then if there's another shrewd diplomat to remove Drogo, you lose the claim rise at all.
Yeah. Okay, this is 4 claims, so if you can't, oh, okay, he has. Ooh, he's not removing
Okay,
Drogo.
that was not. That was worse than just removing, right? I'm not stupid.
No, I don't think you're
But
stupid.
rather, so yeah, he should probably have done that.
Yeah, that's a misplay there. And it's gonna blank the other one to keep it at 2 claim, but could
Okay.
have been 2 claim. Anyway, then they go. Nine though. 1 token left. I don't think it can bring in a body, so Lannister's gonna win power back with Starry Sept, but he's not really got anywhere close to closing like I thought he might this round with the big money plot. Started on 12, he's down to 9 now. If there is Waking the Dragon, there is even a little bit of danger of not winning power challenge on the counter. Doesn't do intrigue, okay. Think you need to put both in just in case. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Shrewd Diplomat can immediately be used for unopposed intrigue, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But is that a good idea?
And then Dominance is tied because Koholo goes, I think. Yeah. Okay. Instead,
Right.
just takes Dominance. So back to 12. Alex back to 8. He has Vanquish. And he has First Snow. And now it's a little bit better for First Snow, honestly. But Lannister will collect 1,000 gold and... Okay. But now the Harris, surely. Well, or Morgulis, honestly. Both plots, I think he will have such a huge advantage. Morgulis into Vanquish, yeah. Could have held that back, honestly.
Sorry, what's the last plot for Targ?
First, no.
Hmm.
So one of the cards in shadows is Shrewd Diplomat, right? It's going so quickly that it's difficult to keep on track of everything. This is decent, then could have a good womb and could have a blood of my blood, that's the theory. Will we see any will hide the way? Not quite yet. But these two are not as useful if military is done first, although actually you need some other body, otherwise Shrewd Diplomat cancels that, right? Hmm. Two big ones revealed, but unfortunately a little one as well. But now you can attack with both, and I think the Scheming Septons have to fuck off because Shrewd Diplomat isn't saving them.
Yeah, but it's a really waste that if you do the triple claim military, right?
Power you
I
can't
think you
push
want
through
to
if you
power with
start
the
with power.
writing Kalasar.
Yeah, you can't push that through. What can Hago do? Dothraki card. Is there anything playable? I don't think so. Okay, so just gonna try to win on defense for the Starry Sept. If Shrewd Diplomat gets Guile now, it's gonna be really difficult to do anything for the rest of this round. Doesn't get it, okay. Up to 13, so big military is all that's left, but if you lose power back, it's game. Yeah, so I'll say this, I don't know how much more Lannister has here if he needed it. For instance, what all the cards in shadows are and stuff like that. But this could have been really close if Alex was hitting better on the womb and Sea of Blood triggers. Yeah, okay, just passively wins with Sparrows, sure. Whatever. Yeah, we figured this would be a win for Catalonia. It's a rough matchup for the Drakis, but USA has two good ones at least in the 3 games still to be played, so they have still every chance to get something out of this round. They could even still win without needing the extra game. So yes, let's end it here. It's been a long day. Thank you for watching and see you next time.